They're wiggity wig wag. While they all up on my sack.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, the Xekutioner, and if you don't know, now you know. And off here to my right is my esteemed co-host, Almanac Jack. He's on the attack, and you can't teach that. What's going on, Jack?
What's going on, man? What's going on, everybody out there? We'd like to welcome you to the very first episode of
Good Times.
Yeah, it's been a long time since we've been trying to get this podcast going, and we finally got it going, and we hope all of you enjoy it.
Yeah, isn't that for sure? So, once again, as you were saying, it's been quite some time that we've been talking about this, right?
Yeah, it's been a little bit too long, if you think about it.
So, just like eating fruit, we're bringing it to fruition, or fruition, whatever you want to call it. But we have it here, and now we're ready to go. So, once again, as Almanac Jack here said, this is the very first podcast. And as we were saying, good times. We're going to start this off with a little bit of bad times. So, Mr. Almanac Jack here was just briefing me on a quick story that he's going to bring to light here. What are we talking about here? Let's talk about this great story.
Well, this isn't a quick story. This is a 3-day journey.
Oh, God.
Summarized into however long it's going to take me to tell this story. So, basically what happened was, on Monday, I decided to eat myself a peanut butter sandwich.
Okay.
You know, wanted to have a good snack.
Sounds good.
Actually, a pretty good snack because I was going to have 2 sandwiches.
Yeah.
So I get out the peanut butter, and it's a brand new thing of peanut butter. And the next thing I do is obviously get the bread. So I get the bread out, put it down on the cutting board, and get myself a butter knife so I can get that peanut butter out of there. Pull the jelly outside of the fridge, and when I open up the peanut butter, the seal's there, so you got to rip it off, right?
Right.
So I rip off the tab, and man, all of a sudden, oil splashes out.
Oh, no.
Everywhere.
Not everywhere.
It's turns out to be natural peanut butter.
Okay.
And of course,
It's still good.
Yeah, it's good stuff, but I mean, it's fucking oily.
Yeah, true.
So I go over to the sink, I dump out all the oil, and so then I go back to the bread, and the oil had gotten onto the cutting board, so I had to wipe that away too. So I get the knife and I put it inside of the peanut butter, and this peanut butter is hard as fuck.
Oh no, hard as fuck peanut butter. I don't know about y'all, but I don't eat hard as fuck peanut butter.
No, and you shouldn't either. so I'm getting the peanut butter out, and I'm putting it on the bread, and it's just tearing that bread apart, dude. Like, you know, like when you put butter on toast and you're just scraping the shit out of that thing?
Oh yeah.
That's basically what's going on.
Oh no,
this bread is getting wrecked.
R-E-K-T, wrecked.
So I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm gonna get rid of this peanut butter, and I'm gonna leave a little part out about this peanut butter for later on the story.
Oh no, this already sounds bad.
It is. So I go in and I get out another thing of peanut butter, and this one's chunky peanut butter. And so this one didn't have oil, had a tab on it, pulled it off,
Okay.
put the peanut butter on there, and this peanut butter was not hard as fuck. It was just chunky as fuck.
Huh.
Okay.
Chunky as fuck peanut butter.
Yeah. So then I ate the sandwich, and it was all good. Okay. The very next day, no, I'll take that back. Later in that evening, all of a sudden, when my brother's over, I'm starting to get nauseous.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
And I'm like getting kind of queasy.
Uh-oh.
So I'm thinking, oh, well, maybe it's because I haven't eaten in a while. You know,
Yeah.
That sandwich was like the last thing I had eaten. And,
That's true.
You know, and I drink a lot of tea and stuff too. So, you know, that shit's moving my insides around.
Oh yeah. Wait a minute.
So I'm like, all right, go get a granola bar, eat it, and it kind of goes away. Okay. But then, as soon as my brother and his family leaves, man, I just start heating up.
Oh no.
I break out into a fever.
Oh.
A fever pitch.
Oh.
And I'm kind of like in denial. I'm like, I don't get sick. What the fuck, you know, I'm not getting no fever. And it's funny because Janet's all like, "You're hot. You feel hot. Why do you feel hot? You got a fever or something?" I'm like, Nah, I'm good. Don't even worry about it.
I'm too badass for a fever. That's right.
I'm too almanac to get a fever, damn it.
Jack.
And so we're laying in bed later in that night, and she says the same thing. She's like, "Hi, like you feel so hot. Like, you know, like you sure you don't have a fever?" And I'm like, Nah, I'm good. Meanwhile, 5 minutes later, I start sweating my ass off, dude. Like, I'm laying there. I don't even have a blanket on. I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt.
Sweating like a pig.
Yeah,
Pigs don't sweat.
I am just sweating like crazy. So then, what ends up happening is, I finally tell her, I'm like, "Hey, babe, I think I got a fever." And she's like, "You think?" She's like, "I knew you did. I'm not stupid."
Oh, my goodness.
So, later on, in the nighttime, maybe 2:00 in the morning, I wake up and I got the bubble guts.
Oh.
And what happens? Diarrhea.
Oh no.
Diarrhea, man.
If you're climbing up a ladder and you feel something splatter, it's probably diarrhea. I mean,
yeah. And if you're swimming in the pool and you feel something cool, it's diarrhea.
Yeah, sure as hell ain't anything else.
No. And so there goes one diarrhea. Go back to bed. Probably about 45 minutes later, here comes diarrhea, the sequel.
Oh, God.
Go back to bed. About an hour later, here comes diarrhea part 3.
Oh, the trilogy.
Yeah, it's bad, dude. It is getting bad.
Oh, the trilogy.
So, man, the next day I wake up and the first thing I do, as soon as I open my eyes, diarrhea.
Oh no,
dude, I had diarrhea all day long, at least twice an hour.
Oh,
I couldn't keep anything in because I was like, I don't know if I want to even have a solid at this point. So, but then I end up thinking, I was like, okay, well, you know, oats are good for diarrhea.
Yeah.
So I have a couple granola bars, and these granola bars don't have anything in it besides honey.
That's true.
Okay. And, you know, there's those nature-made ones, the ones that break apart fucking all easy and crumbs get everywhere.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I mean, those things are as solid as shit. So it's going to work, right?
Yeah.
Well, you'd think so, but it didn't.
Oh, no.
So now I just started diarrheaing fucking oats out of my ass. So I go to work. Okay? I go to work for my afternoon shift. Okay. Soon as I walk into the store, dude, I'm like, fuck, I need to find a bathroom. That diarrhea hit instantly, dude.
Oh no.
I diarrhea 2 times just while I was working.
Oh.
It was insane. So,
and you didn't get in trouble for that?
oh hell no.
Oh, good.
My ass. I can do whatever I want.
Oh.
Not my fault shit's coming out. Water's coming out.
Well, I mean, it is sort of your fault. But yeah, go ahead.
It's not my fault. And I'll reveal whose fault it is later.
Oh.
So then I'm thinking, I'm like, man, like, what the hell? Why am I getting diarrhea, dude? This is so weird. So then day number 2, same thing. Diarrhea again.
Oh.
But see, here's the worst part, dude.
It hurts.
No, it didn't hurt.
It hurts me listening about it.
Oh, yeah, it hurt you, but eventually it just started, like, fucking coming out when, like, I was asleep.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I don't care. I'll say it, man. Fucking, I had diarrhea 2 times.
Sleeperia. Don't have it.
When I was asleep, man.
Mamma mia, sleeperia.
I ruined 2 good pairs of underwear.
Oh, just bought them last week, probably.
3 weeks ago.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So,
3-week lifespan, and they're just gone.
yeah. Well, take this as a PSA, folks. Fruit of the Loom underwear is not protected against diarrhea. So it's day number 2. Diarrhea all day long. Same thing as day number 1.
Oh, no.
And then here comes day number 3, dude. 3 days of diarrhea. And at this point, I'm starting to get scared.
Yeah.
Because I'm like...
Of course.
I'm like, do I got something wrong with me? Do I got fucking Crohn's disease or something? You know, I don't know. So, here's the part that I left out. Because by day 4, it was gone. Okay?
Good.
But, yeah. Because, dude, my butthole was getting wrecked. It was fucking getting wrecked by toilet paper, bro. That Charmin stuff doesn't help, man.
Oh my! Give me some ice cubes, Janet. Give me some ice cubes.
Is it for your ass?
Oh no!
So here's the part where I've deduced it to. I went Sherlock Holmes on this thing.
Oh,
okay. When I opened that first peanut butter, and I said the oil got everywhere.
Yeah.
It got onto the cutting board.
Oh.
But it also got onto the bread.
Oh, the bread!
The bread that I didn't see because obviously the oil's going to absorb into the bread, okay?
The peanut oil!
The peanut oil got into the bread. I didn't see it, and it was contaminated.
This is a classic case of cross-contamination.
Exactly. And do you know what? Do you want to know what it's contaminated with?
No, I don't. But tell us anyway.
The peanut butter turned out to be, guess how old? It was out of date. I'll give you that. But guess how old it was?
Man, I'm thinking like, I don't know, like last year.
No. You're gonna have to go a little farther than that.
Oh no! 2 years ago.
This peanut butter was dated 2016.
Oh no!
3-year-old peanut butter, folks.
Oh, that's disgusting.
I don't know how this peanut butter got into our cabinet. And I don't know why it was even there. Because I swear to God, I didn't have this thing in there for 3 years.
Are you sure it wasn't in the back and you were just... I mean, sometimes you got to know when there's dust coming off of the container.
You got some dusty peanuts.
Yeah.
No, dude, it wasn't even that. It's just... I don't know how it ended up getting in there. Maybe it got through the store and it didn't... Nobody rotated their shit or something. But... 3-year-old peanut butter went into my system. My system said, what the fuck is this 3-year-old peanut butter doing in your system? And it started diarrhea mode.
So you had diarrhea for 3 days for each year that it was expired.
Yeah.
3 years for each day of diarrhea.
3 days, 3 years, and a world of butthole hurt.
Oh, goodness gracious. Well, all I gotta say is just be happy that it wasn't 4-year expired peanut butter.
But by that point, dude, I think I would have needed like an IV or something because I would have lost so much water. And don't get me wrong, dude, I was drinking tons of water while this is happening, but like at the same time, it's just bleh, coming right out. I had a salad on day number 2.
Oh no!
And dude, you know, all that came out was just fucking water and lettuce. I was like, oh my God.
Came out of my dick.
It was just so bad.
So there's a couple things that we have to just think about here and learn from the mistakes about whenever I go to B-Sal's house. So first and foremost, I'm never eating his peanut butter.
Don't ever let me make you a peanut butter sandwich.
That's true.
Because honestly, me and peanut butter, I'm on strike with peanut butter. I haven't had my favorite candy is a Reese's peanut butter cup, and I haven't had one of them.
Oh no!
Since then, I haven't even had a Nutter Butter. I haven't even had a regular peanut. Fuck regular peanuts. That's what goes into the damn thing.
Oh my goodness! Not regular peanuts, not Reese's Pieces, not Nutter Butters. Those are the best kind.
Those are my favorite, but man, it's just
okay. But at the same time,
my butthole's just hurting thinking about it.
I mean, I don't know if I've ever had anything that expired before. Have you?
Obviously not.
This is the only time you've ever had anything that expired?
Yeah, probably. Because I mean, I've had, everybody's probably had like expired day old bread or day old chips or something like that. You're just like, whatever. It's a day or two over
right?
Date. And you're just like, whatever. It already opened anyway.
True.
So it was already you had it before it expired. So you're just like, fuck it, we'll finish it. But I mean, nothing over like a week. Nothing over like a couple days at the most. Not even a week.
Yeah.
But
I mean, that'd still tear you up. But
3 years. Imagine if it was like a piece of beef jerky or something. Dude, I would have been dead.
You could have died.
Yeah. And with all this shit going around with Jenny O getting salmonella and Them taking all the romaine lettuce out of there.
Who? JKO? January kickoff?
RKO?
Damn it. RKO E. coli is on the way. I don't know if you guys heard about that.
That's
but
a t-shirt.
It's a real thing. RKO E. coli.
We're going to make that t-shirt. No, but yeah, they took off a whole bunch of romaine lettuce because it was giving people the shits. And I was like, well, you know what else is giving people the shits? 3-year-old peanut butter. Check your shelves, store. Fuck.
Just check your shelves in general, people, because I'll tell you what, you go to your grandma's house, you pull something out of the back that might be from 1986. Luckily, this was only from 2016. Imagine having diarrhea for 30 years worth. So you had diarrhea for an entire month. You're dying. Yeah. You're dead.
That's straight up Oregon Trail. You know, they die of dysentery. That's it for them, dude. They're gone.
Oh my goodness! And speaking of being sick, if you probably hear me just dying over here, I caught a cold a couple weeks ago. Now I'm just on the back end of it, where all I do is just cough and cough and cough. So if I laugh too hard, I cough. I probably shit myself a little bit too, but I don't know about that.
Well, don't cough so hard that you get 3 days worth of diarrhea.
Trust me, I'm not going. Jeez, I can't even talk.
He can't even get that out. Chris over here is just dying. You sound like you're a smoker, dude.
I know, and I'm not. I've never smoked in my life. But the thing is that.
But everybody else around you does.
That's true. The thing is that in my chest, I feel like there's mocos in there.
Yeah.
So it's like when I breathe, it's all like in my chest. So then it just makes me want to like.
Just that little Mucinex guy. Him and his buddies all up in there.
Hey, man, how's it going? Hey, yeah. Finally, we get to see each other again. We reunite. I mean, I only get sick like once a year.
Yeah.
And like, honestly, from before, it was really bad where I would get sick once a year. And when I do, it was bad. Like, I would be out of commission for a good week or two. I'm just laying there dying. But nowadays,
it made up for the time that you weren't sick. It was like throwing everything in together at once. Yeah.
Right. So, but nowadays it's a little bit different. I'll get sick for a little bit, and then I'll just take some ibuprofen and do whatever I need to do.
Sure.
But from like as I said before, it was bad. Just die for a good week and a half. Just literally in bed. You know, all you want to do is just go in bed. Go to the shower.
Touch yourself.
Yeah, that too. That's hard to do.
Now, what is it like? What is it like when you get sick? Like your dick just can't get hard. It's like your dick is sick too.
I mean, I don't know.
Imagine your dick coughing too. It's all
I think that's called like gonorrhea or something like that, isn't it?
I don't know.
You got a dick cough?
I don't know. We need to Google gonorrhea. What if we Google gonorrhea and like there's a little gif of a dick coughing? Put that on WebMD. Hey, why is my dick coughing? But getting sick, man. I didn't get sick my whole high school run.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't get sick my whole high school run. I didn't get sick my freshman year of college, but my sophomore year of college, I got sick for probably like 2 days. But then it was gone like instantly. And it wasn't even like a hard sick either. It was like that feeling you get in the back of your throat. You know, like when you swallow, like it just feels weird.
Yeah.
And then like a couple hours later, it gets a little bit worse. And then you have kind of like a sore throat.
Yeah.
And then the day after that, like you got full on sore throat. Like when you wake up in the morning, like it hurts and like you got a bunch of like shit just coughing up.
Yeah.
The day later, like it was gone. So I mean, like for what's that? 5 years of not getting sick. Not a bad payoff for that one time getting sick.
I mean that just sounds like allergies. that's how not bad it sounded. I mean,
well, with all the smog we got, it probably was.
Oh my gosh! Don't even
dirty air. My air filter was dirty.
Don't even talk about the damn smog here in Fresno. It is terrible.
Yeah, terrible.
It's so bad. Like that's
terrible.
Literally all the time, people So just the other day. I pulled into Walmart with my sister and we go in, right?
Yep.
And so we walked in and we were walking through the store and then my mom, she comes out of nowhere. And she's all, "Hey guys," and we're like, "Oh shit, hey mom, what's up?" And then she's all,
That's what your mom did to me at Winco. I didn't even recognize her.
And
I didn't recognize her with the house not around her.
and so that's so bad.
Sorry, Chris's mom.
Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry, mom, love you. So the thing about it is, she came out of nowhere. She's like, "Oh hey, what's up, guys?" And we're like, "Oh shit, where did you come from?" And what ended up happening was she looked at me. She goes, "Yeah, I could tell it was you, Chris, because all I heard was." Oh, and it's so sad because I feel like I'm notorious for that. Like, everyone knows who I am by either the way I walk or, I don't know, or the way I go.
It's better than, "Oh, I knew it was you, Chris. By the way, you stink. I smelled you around the corner."
I can see your caca around the corner.
You can't say cock on TV.
Sorry, but I did anyway.
Oh, no, dude, you know who's like that? My mom. In church, dude. I could have been like during school church.
Oh no!
You're with your classmates, or whatever. And I knew my mom was in church that day because I would just hear it'd be quiet, and all of a sudden you just hear, and I was like, "Fuck, I know that's my mom." or even on like Sunday mass, you just hear. I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's my mom."
You know, the thing I hate the most about having to clear my throat so much is that I try it once. I'll just do it once, and it won't go away still. And then do it again, and then if it doesn't go away, I'm like, yeah, but the
more aggressive with it.
Because I have to. But the worst part is that like people look at me as if I'm like saying like to them, like giving them and they'll like look at me like, "What do you want?" Like, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not."
You should get mad at them one of these days, like, and they turn around. "What? Can't clear my throat? There's a frog in there." All right.
But it happens all the time, and I feel like people get offended by it. They're like, they look at me, and I'm like, I kind of shrug it off, and I turn away, and they're just like, "What is it that you want?"
What is he trying to get my attention? What, he wants me to look at his glasses?
It happens all the time. And another thing that used to happen to me too was when I didn't have glasses, my vision would get really bad, or it got really bad, excuse me. So what ended up happening was I would have to squint in order to see anything at all.
Yeah.
So squinting at people kind of makes it look like I'm mean mugging them a little bit. I'm just like, just looking through the window like that, trying to see who it is, because for me, I'm curious. If I'm going out somewhere, I'm almost 90% of the time expecting to see somebody that I know. I'm not saying that I know a lot of people, but it just happens.
Yeah.
So when you can't see, I used to be scared of offending people by not seeing who they were as they would walk past or something,
and they'd be like, "Oh, what are you trying to diss me, man?"
Yeah, and they would
want to talk to me. What's going on?
Yeah, and they'd call you later or something like, "Hey, man, I saw you at the store, but you don't like me no more?" Or
what I do to piss you off?
Exactly,
Yeah.
and to me, it's more so of the fact that I'm just sitting there and I can't see.
I'm just sitting here trying to see you, man.
See, man. Exactly. But yeah, that happened to me all the time. And before, I kind of wondered that myself as to why people would kind of look at me that way in terms of it almost seemed like they were mean mugging me. But now I'm like, okay.
Well, how long did it take you to figure that out?
What?
That you squinting made people feel like you were mean mugging them.
Once I started feeling that way about other people doing it to me.
Why? Because they couldn't see either.
yeah. I mean, I guess so. It's like a self-formed insecurity.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's just how I was, back in the day. Anyways.
Imagine how many people are pissed off at each other because they can't see each other.
Oh my goodness!
I saw you at the store. What happened? You didn't see me? No. Oh yeah, well I saw you at the store. You didn't see me either. Oh, Maybe we just need to see each other, and all our problems will go away. Imagine how many problems can get solved just by people seeing each other.
Oh, that's so true. And I ended up getting glasses for about $15 from this website called ZennyOptical.com, our very first sponsor. I'm just kidding, they're not a sponsor for us. But seriously, if you do need some cheap glasses, ZennyOptical.com, ZENNI Optical.com. I didn't spell optical because I don't know how to spell it. I didn't learn to read, okay? I'm just kidding, I know how to spell it.
Google will do it for you.
Exactly, OPTIKAL. All right, so look it up. Just kidding, it's not.
With a silent R in there somewhere.
Yep, silent R, silent B, and no K.
BK.
B?
Oh, God. Burger King's so good.
So, I know you went to...
You know they have chicken nuggets for $1 10 piece?
I saw that.
And they give you 2 sauces.
2?
2 sauces.
So, 3 weeks... Oh, no, sorry. 2 months ago, my brother went to Burger King, and he came back, and he literally had 50 chicken nuggets.
Fuck.
I had none.
For $5, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I didn't get any because the last time I had chicken nuggets, I went to the hospital.
What if he got the deal where it was like right before they introduced that, it's $3 or whatever.
He paid like $50.
Fuck that, dude. No, but man, it's crazy because you go to McDonald's and you get a 10 piece. It's, twice the amount of that, maybe 3 times as much as that.
Right.
And then they only give you 1 sauce. And I don't know what it is about McDonald's and Jack in the Box, but like they're really stingy with their sauces. And you're like, dude, like the shallowness of this cup of sauce has nothing in it. So 3 nuggets in, I'm already done. I've still got 7 nuggets to go, bro. Give me something.
That kind of reminds me of the little cheese, those cheese packs that come with the little breadsticks on them.
Oh, dude. Oh, the breadsticks or the flat crackers?
Well, I guess both, really.
Oh, okay.
Because you would have to learn at an early age how to make it last
you had to
until
ration,
the very exactly. So you had to ration. But if you didn't ration correctly, you would either have not enough or you would have way too much cheese on one cracker, and there's just a pile, a big mountain of cheese, and you're just like, oh.
Or at the end of that, you have no crackers, but a lot of cheese and just the red stick. You're like, fuck, what do I do? So you start shoveling in that red stick and just eating the shit out of that cheese.
I forgot about the red stick, but it's funny that it's funny because I literally am saying that we have to learn to ration from when we're kids.
Yeah.
Well, I just had it a couple weeks ago, and I did not ration correctly.
You still can't do it.
I still can't do it. I never learned to read. I just never learned. So I ended up with a mouthful of cheese, just scooped it all up with the last breadstick, and I was done. I could not.
Hey, you remember Fun Dip?
Fun Dip, yeah.
Dude, did you ever finish one of those?
I've never finished a Fun Dip in my life.
I've never finished a Fun Dip ever. The stick was fucking hard as shit, and you had to suck on that thing to make it like a fucking shank. And by the time
candy canes.
And by the time you put the little pixie dust or whatever it is, it's pixie stick dust. So I mean, you gotta slobber all over that thing, dunk it in there, and get some of that shit out. And you always either ran out of the pixie dust before the stick was gone, or you just gave up, ate the pixie dust, and then just threw away the stick.
I don't know about you, but I always finish the stick, if anything.
I never finished the stick.
I always ended up finishing because don't get me wrong, the pixie dust is good, but the whole thing about it is that it just feels like it's too overwhelming in terms of sugar. And I don't know, the stick just tastes really good.
Well, what do you think the stick's made out of? That thing's a big old sugar stick.
Well, it tastes good, and you can bite on it.
Yeah, you break a tooth. End up at the dentist and end up like all those kids with silver teeth.
Well, I had silver teeth when I was younger, and you probably know why.
Really?
No, I didn't have them. I probably had like a crown in the back or something like that.
So you got a fucking grill? Paul Wall walking down the street?
Fernie did. Fernie had silver teeth for a while. That's why his name was Fernie.
Really?
Yeah. My dad started calling him Aunt Fernie. And that's how that nickname came about. What's up, Fernie? If you're listening to this,
Tell your friends to listen to the show.
Yeah, tell your friends to tell their friends, and then they can tell
our friends, and we could be friends.
Yeah, and we can do this every weekend.
Yeah,
if that's all right with you.
Bad boy, take that. Well, you know what? Right now, we're gonna take a quick commercial break, and we're gonna come back, and we're gonna go through a couple topics, and we hope you're gonna like them, because this is
Good Times.
Hard as fuck peanut butter. The world's first peanut butter that's hard as fuck. We're not creamy, we're not smooth, and we damn sure ain't chunky. We make our peanut butter out of only the finest and hardest peanuts. Then, we beat the fuck out of them, making them even harder and turning them into the best stuff ever. And when you put our hard nut butter in your mouth, you'll say, damn, that's some good peanut butter. So go to hardasfuckpeanutbutter.com to get yourself a jar, or case, or a crate today.
Once again, back on the Good Times podcast. I hope you enjoyed that commercial, because I know I did, because I'm editing it at some point, and I'm gonna love it. So we just had a pretty good segment there about cheese and all this other stuff. Cheese?
Yeah.
So at the commercial break, you were telling me you're going to bring in, talk about something else. But I started talking about cheese, so guess what? You're talking about cheese.
Cheese? Yeah, no, we're talking about cheese. I had string cheese the other day.
Okay.
And I thought about it. What do you call it? String cheese or a cheese stick?
I mean...
I find myself calling it both. It's weird.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Because sometimes you'll be like, oh, do you want a cheese stick with your lunch? You know, like,
yeah,
you're telling, you know, like your mom telling you when you were a kid, you want a cheese stick for lunch?
That's true. That's true.
And you're like, fuck yeah.
well, I just think about it in a different context, because here's the thing. If I'm going to you and I'm like, hey man, you want a cheese stick? And I just throw it at you. You know, I'm not going to be like, hey, man, you want string cheese?
Fucking throw it at me, pitch it all hard. Oh, shit.
So, on the other hand, I do find myself saying string cheese, but more so to myself, like, oh, yeah, this string cheese is really good.
Yeah. Okay, here's the other thing, though. Do you peel it, or are you just a biter?
Both.
Really?
So here's the thing. I learned this at an early age. Okay, I started doing this at an early age. I not learned. So what I would do is I would start peeling it,
okay,
you know, to get the strings off. You know what I mean, and eat the strings.
Sure.
However, it wasn't enough. So I just got tired of it. Not even midway through, maybe like 1/4, and just start biting it.
You're like, fuck this.
I don't know. That's just how it always was. I mean, I grew up with 3 sisters, so literally.
And they love their cheese.
It wasn't just about cheese. It was just about eating in general. It was first person to get food,
sure,
you know, and whoever wanted to get seconds, you know, just shovel it on in.
Your mom's like a zookeeper. She just throws the food to the animals, and whoever eats.
And you can tell by my size that I ate quite a bit, and I won.
Well, that's good that you were nourished. And I guess the sister that you have that I never knew you had was the one that didn't eat.
Yeah, her middle name was Mal, and her last name was Nourished.
It's funny because I didn't even know her name.
That's true. I forgot about that. I still remember we were sitting there one day, and my sister walks by, and he goes, "Hey, who's that?" And I'm like, "That's my sister." What? That's my sister, Madi. You have another sister? I thought you only had 2. No, I had 3. I have 3.
Well, Julie went to St. Helens, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then I knew Adri just from coming over.
She went to St. Helens as well.
See, I didn't know that.
So did Madi.
What?
Yes.
Holy shit. Fuck. But yeah, so like now I always just call her the sister that I didn't know you had.
Yeah.
Because I did not know you had this sister, dude. And I don't know, who does she look like? Does she look more like your mom or your dad?
To
me right now, I'm thinking like your dad.
Yeah.
Because she's got a pointier nose than you, right?
Yeah, probably. I didn't know I had a pointy nose.
No, you don't. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I have a pointy nose.
Well, you could be worse. Could be like fucking Wicked Witch of the West.
I mean,
but here's another thing about cheese sticks, string cheese.
Okay, let's talk about it.
The white ones, regular, cheese.
Yeah.
Cheese stick, amazing, absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, but I had one of those cheese head ones. And it's the yellow and the white cheese like swirled together.
Is it good?
Disgusting.
Oh.
Disgusting. Worst fucking cheese stick I ever had.
Really?
I didn't even finish it, dude.
Oh.
And I love cheese. I love cheese.
I love
but,
it.
Dude, this was sick. I wasted like 60 cents on this bullshit. I was so mad.
Oh.
It was the worst fucking cheese stick ever.
I've never had the mixed cheese before, but it's funny that you bring up cheese, and I just randomly thought about this right now. Do you remember Sean Clark?
Yep.
So I was pretty good friends with him back in the day because we had went to the same camp where his dad was our counselor. Rest in peace, by the way, Jim Clark.
Yep. Was it Camp Rufugi?
No, it was not.
That's a joke on American Dad. It's a refugee camp, but Stan says Rufugi.
Camp Rufugi. That's pretty funny. Don't copyright that, please. No, I'm just kidding.
They already did.
Oh no. So I do remember. I remember his favorite thing being cheese. So one day I went to his house, and I don't remember what it was for. I just remember I was there with a couple people, and I went to his room, and so we all went to his room. We're all hanging out, whatever, and he has a computer. And for me, when I was younger, I'd love to be on the computer at all times. That was just my thing.
Yeah.
And at the same exact time, if I were to go to someone else's house and they had a computer, I'm jumping on there. I want to see what they're doing. So
I want to try to find their secret porn stash.
Secret porn stash?
Yeah.
Isn't that on your face?
Porn stash? Took me a little while.
I know.
No, that's a flavor saver.
Well, I'm glad you got it, because if you didn't, that would have been embarrassing on my end. But anyways, so I jumped in. I jumped on the computer, and I'm like, all right, so I'm going to see what he has. I'm going to see what he does on this computer, just to be stupid. There's a password. And I'm like, oh no, what's the password? I'm trying all stupid passwords. His password, and I kid you not, and Sean, if this is still your password today, I'm sorry. But his password was literally, I love cheese.
Oh my God. What is this guy, part mouse?
So, oh man.
I love cheese.
I love cheese. God. And another thing about that.
Sean just heard that.
He's on his email right now as we speak.
He's just changing it to I love cheese 1.
So another funny thing about that party was there was this younger kid, because I believe at the time we were like 14, 15 years old, something around there. There's a kid that was there that was probably 8, maybe 9, and I don't know, Sean, Sean, he's real sarcastic and kind of always has like a real poker face.
Yeah.
So if he makes a joke, you sometimes you don't know if he's
being serious.
Yeah. So it's like a real poker face, but it's really funny. So he says something to this little kid, and this little kid, he's like, you know what, guys, if you guys don't stop this, if you guys don't stop making fun of me, I'm going to give you guys a knuckle sandwich. I'm like, wait, what? So we look at each other and we're like, a what? He said, yeah, a knuckle sandwich. and after that, oh my goodness, that was the funniest thing I had ever heard. A knuckle sandwich.
That's a t-shirt. We're making that.
Knuckles? Yeah, that's true. I never thought about that. We better make that a t-shirt.
A knuckle sandwich. That's
what? It is not only should we make that t-shirt, but it is our duty to make that t-shirt.
I agree.
What about duty? Do you know about duty?
Yeah, here's the thing about duty. this goes back to my diarrhea story. I thought about this today while I was taking a regular poo, not a diarrhea poo. Why does toilet paper have designs on it?
I don't know.
Like, you ever just thought about it? Like, why do I need designs on toilet paper? I mean, my butthole doesn't care what it looks like. It doesn't care what it looks like.
Oh, man.
My butthole's just like, it's just like, take away the poo. Wipe the poo. You know, like, nobody cares, like, if this thing has flowers or fucking, you know, I don't know, Charmin has little bears or some bullshit on it, or now there's even like scented ones, you know, lavender scented toilet paper. It's like, okay, maybe I get the smell, you know, so your ass doesn't smell. You know, I'd rather have lavender shit than just regular shit.
I guess.
But why do I need flowers on my toilet paper?
That's true. So that's where you're going with duty?
Yeah, because well, no, but seriously though, like, why does it? Are you paying extra for that? Like, is there somebody saying like, you know what, our sales are down, our toilet paper sales are way down. Well, what can we do about it? And then there's some guy in the back. I know. Let's print flowers on them.
Oh,
And the guy's like, you're right. Let's do it now. And then all of a sudden they sell a shit ton of toilet paper.
I mean, to be completely honest, that doesn't sound like it would be completely off base, because they charge you for everything. I mean, you could take a black shirt and it would cost $5 and throw the NFL logo on it, it's cost $50.
Yeah, that's true.
So there you go. Charmin, Brawny, all you other dumbass motherfuckers.
No, but even like name brand, or not name brand, generic ones. You know,
I never seen anything on a generic one. It just says generic on it, or what? On the toilet paper, it says generic.
Printed across every square, just says generic,
generic.
No, but,
or it's like one of those when you see a photo on I don't know, like just on the internet, you're looking up a photo, but it's like a stock photo, so it says Shutterstock and it has like a tag on it, you know, in the very right in the middle of it.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with that. It's just generic.
It's like government toilet paper. No, you know what's crazy though is man, like, there really is a difference between like Charmin and like school toilet paper.
Oh god.
School toilet paper is like wiping your ass with construction paper. Seriously, dude, like that shit, if you took 2 or 3 shits with that stuff, like, your butthole is red.
You imagine having that during your diarrhea.
That's what you'll get.
That's funny that you brought that up too. I had a guy who was.
I thought you were gonna say I had an anal fissure.
No. I had a guy who was asking me to make him a logo. Okay, so he came to me and said, "Hey man, I want you to make a logo for me, and you know, it's for my baseball team." I'm like, cool. What is it that you want? What is it that you're looking for? He's like, I want to be the Grand Canyons. That was his name, the Grand Canyons. So his favorite baseball team is the Arizona Diamondbacks. So it's like, okay, he wants to keep it in Arizona. You know, he likes the Diamondbacks, whatever. So the first thing he tells me is, he says, I want it to replicate a crack fissure.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait, what? You want it to be a what? He's like I want it to be a fissure, like a fissure. And all I can think of is an ass fissure. and literally the entire conversation is just fissure, LOL. Fissure, not like that. Fissure, no pun intended. Like.
But yeah, dude, like, seriously, if you have school toilet paper versus like Charmin Ultra or whatever, like, it's night and day difference. I mean, don't get me wrong, that toilet paper is not worth what it is, you know,
right?
$1 jillion for, like, you know, a 6-pack or whatever.
Hey, but that bear looks like it feels really fucking good when it's wiping its ass.
Yeah, and apparently it doesn't leave dingleberries either.
Oh, dingleberries.
Yeah, you know, dingleberries, the little pieces of toilet paper that get caught up in your butthole hair.
I did not know that. Now I do.
What do you expect the dingleberries to be? Fucking red, juicy sweetness?
Dingleberries. Berries that are dingling.
Well, they're dingling on your butthole hair. You fart, they dingle in the wind.
Whoa, when I was growing up, my dad used to call everyone dingleberries. So if that's what he meant, Dad, I hate you.
That's basically him saying, "Hey, what's up, butthole hair toilet paper? Caca paper?"
I hope that's not the thing. Goodness gracious, Dad, he's gonna get married pretty soon. So are you, but later on today, later on this year.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll talk about this a little bit because it's just something that recently that happened at my work, and it's something that I wasn't too happy with, and I'm not gonna go too in depth about it because I still have a job there and I'm gonna continue working there, and I'd rather not get fired for saying anything too bad. So I'll tell you where I work. I work at Amazon.
They're not listening to this.
Anybody could be listening to this. Amazon's a big entity.
Alexa's not listening to this.
Big titty entity. So once again, so I'm working at Amazon. I just started about 4 or 5 months ago. They put me in on a seasonal temporary. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm working like a pretty easy schedule, 4 hours, 10:30 at night to 2:30 in the morning. It's a real easy schedule, make cool money, meet some cool people. It is what it is. So after all these months, they come to us and they say, well, your shift is going to change. Okay. So they said, you're going to stay on nights. However, you're going to work from 11:15 to 5:45.
Okay.
I'm like, all right, that's not bad. I make a couple more hours, make a little bit more on my paycheck. That's cool with me.
And you're still getting off like early enough to where like you can go to sleep and wake up at like a good time during the day.
At a normal time. Yeah, exactly. If I could go to sleep for 6 hours, wake up, and then later on, if I have some time, go to sleep for another couple hours, go to work.
Yeah.
Easy.
You still have stuff, or you still have time to do stuff during the day.
Right. So I'm really happy about that. They said we're going to send an email, and all you have to do is just accept it, and you're good. And whatever schedule that you get is, that's
what you're gonna have.
That's what you're gonna get, right? So I get my email. Okay. I'm like, cool. I like this schedule. It's Monday through Thursday, or Tuesday through Friday. Sorry, super easy schedule. I'm happy. Yeah. I accept it. Go in the next day. Some people were having problems. They didn't get to jump in. Something happened where the website was messing up, so they didn't get to go in and accept the shift. All this stuff happens.
Stuff like that always happens too,
right?
Like no matter where you work, like stuff like that always happens, dude.
Right. So. And the biggest thing too is everyone's having problems, and our management is sending an email to our IT people, and the IT people don't even know about this website. Apparently, it's a third-party website that Amazon had hired to do this whole thing, but the IT people didn't know about it. So the IT people apparently were thinking, well, are you guys getting scammed? Yeah. So all this stuff was happening. They finally get with the actual HR of Amazon or whatever, the executives, whoever's making these decisions to hire on this company. And
imagine how far that goes up the ladder, too. It's got to go pretty far.
Oh, it goes up far because this affected everybody at these centers.
Not just yours. Right?
Yeah, not just mine. No, this affected everybody.
Countrywide?
Countrywide, yeah. Countrywide. I don't know where they are in the world, but countrywide, basically.
Yeah, fuck those other countries.
So we're jumping in, and what ends up happening is they just reset everything. Mind you, I came in and they said, if you accepted a shift already, you're good. Okay. You don't have to worry about anything else.
Sure.
You're all good. We weren't good.
Oh my
I ended up getting another email, and it said, here's your shift. And it's 6:15 in the morning, or excuse me, 6:15 in the morning to 10:15. And it's like 5 days like usual. So I lose out on the hours that I was going to get.
Yeah.
And I also have to go in early.
Now you're going in the morning compared to at nighttime.
Exactly. So at the same time, I'm not a morning person. Like we're doing this podcast at 7:00 here because I'm not a morning person whatsoever at all.
Yeah.
Nothing. The morning sucks.
Yeah.
No, but in all
And
seriousness,
coffee won't do it.
no, I hate coffee. Never had
Fuck
coffee. Coffee. So so that ends up happening. They tell us, okay, if you come in during these hours, 7 to 9, 7 to 9 will be open for HR, and we'll get down your schedule and we'll try to fix it.
Yeah.
So I go in around 8:30 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually up in the morning.
Wow.
So I go in, I give them my schedule. They're like, okay, we'll do our best to fix it. Come in that night, and literally Amazon just told them, however, the way it is the way it's going to stay. Because what ended up happening was, if you're like a permanent employee, you get a blue badge. If you're like a seasonal, you're a white badge. So blue badges couldn't get into the system.
And that's what you are?
No, I'm a white badge.
Oh,
I'm a seasonal temporary person.
Oh, wow.
So the blue badges couldn't get into the system, which is the reason why a lot of the white badges got slotted into better schedules.
Oh,
so
okay.
so after the restart, everybody was able to get in, and we basically just lost out. I basically lost out.
Yeah.
And a lot of us were like really angry about it.
Sure.
It's especially since I came to find out last night that there was a couple people that are white badges, the temporary people, ended up getting those shifts as well, and not the morning ones.
How'd they do that?
I don't know. And they don't know either. They just accepted their first shift and they didn't get reset.
What the heck?
Yeah.
So where are you at now? Are you morning now?
I have to do mornings, but it doesn't start till next month or whatever. Well, we're in February now, so it starts this month.
Yeah.
But
that still sucks, though. I mean, like, imagine the people that have, like, kids and stuff, and they're like, oh, well, I did nighttime because, my wife's home and the kids are asleep. I don't have to worry about it. But now, like, the wife goes to work. Who's taking the kids to school?
yeah, there was somebody there that was saying that they were working 6 hours before, and now they're getting moved to that 4-hour shift just because they're seasonal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
bullshit.
I'm not here to say Amazon's the worst thing ever. It to me, I'll admit I'm a bit disgruntled, and the whole thing is it's just,
I mean, that's money you're losing out.
right. And the whole thing is that I feel it just wasn't done correctly.
Yeah.
There's a lot of mistakes that were made. I understand from a business point of view, things have to be done, decisions have to be made, and it's not easy making those big decisions. I get it. No big deal. I completely get it.
Especially nationwide.
Yeah, so I don't know. That's a little part of my paradise there. I mean,
Well, I'll tell you about my paradise. I had jury duty.
oh no.
Yeah, dude. I get the jury summons and jury duty. It sucks. I get the notice and it says I have to go in, this day, and it says on there call in before to see if you need to go or not. So Sunday night, you got to call in after 5 p.m. and it says you do not have to go in. You're on call. So that means I don't have to go in Monday morning.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, cool. That's fine with me. So Tuesday comes around, I call again, and I'm on call for Wednesday. So I don't have to go in Wednesday.
Right.
So, and I had told my boss, I was like, hey man, I got jury duty this week. I just don't know which day I'm going in. And he's like, all right, well, let me know.
Oh my goodness.
So, Wednesday night, I call in. I got to go in Thursday. And I'm like, all right. So I got to go in at 8:30, and I told my boss, I'm like, hey man, I'm on jury duty today. I'll let you know if I can go in for an afternoon shift, or not. And he's like, all right, well, let me know, as soon as possible, blah, 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 blah. So I'm sitting there, and they're doing roll call, and they're doing all their stuff. They show a video of California history. They show a video of like jury duty history. They show all kinds of stuff.
Right.
And then they start like, okay, well, we're gonna pass out this questionnaire saying, can you do this trial or whatever? It's on this day, and I went, and I think what day did I go in? The 24th. Okay, January 24th. this trial would have lasted until February 26th.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's a long trial.
So even though I mean, there's holidays in between, you know, like President's Day and whatever other bullshit.
Yeah.
Those days are, I mean, that's still days that you're like, fuck, tomorrow I gotta go trial, you know?
Yeah.
So they're doing the questionnaire and like they're saying, oh, well, do you have an undue hardship? And that's like, do you have a surgery or something that was scheduled that can't be rescheduled?
Oh.
Or do you have you know, somebody dying and you know you're gonna miss their funeral or some bullshit? And those people, you know, got to let go.
So hold on. Before you continue going, so they're asking you if you have a hardship in terms of a. Oh my goodness. Okay, so a surgery that's already been scheduled that you can't reschedule.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. They're literally asking you if you can reschedule a surgery
Basically.
just so you could be at jury duty.
Yeah.
So your heart, my heart, doesn't mean shit because they want me to go jury duty.
Yeah.
Because what? It's my civil duty or my civic duty? My Honda Civic duty?
Yeah, basically that's
Suck
what it
a
is.
dick, government.
So, you know, if you had a surgery to, you know, fucking get a sex change or some bullshit, and you can't reschedule it, you gotta go to jury duty.
So I wonder what would happen if you came in as a man and then after the trial was over, you're a woman.
Hey, your name's not Chris Hernandez. You're right, it's Jenny. So then they start naming names, and oh man, I get called.
Oh no.
Fuck, and I never been called before.
Oh.
And you know what else is bullshit? I've been called for jury duty 3 years in a row.
Damn.
Every fucking year, dude.
Every year, Andrew.
Oh my god. Yeah, so I get called, and the courthouse that I'm at is on Van Ness, and the one that they want me to go to is on O Street.
Street.
Because the one that I was at is the criminal courthouse.
Okay.
The other one is the like civil trial courthouse. So they're it's on O Street, so just go ahead and walk over there. I'm like, walk over there? What the fuck? Fuck you. Like, walking over, give me a shuttle or a fucking skateboard or something.
A skateboard? You have a government skateboard?
They're all Tony Hawk brand.
Everything's from Walmart.
Yeah, probably would be. So anyway, I go over there and we get in and there's shit. There's like 50 of us? There's like 50 of us. Like,
all on skateboards from Walmart.
Yeah, even the fucking old guy who was on a cane, he was skateboarding. He was busting.
There was actually 49 people, and there was supposed to be 50, but one fell off one street back, and we still haven't heard from that
One
person.
got eaten by the bums.
Yeah, there you go. 48.
Fucking eating them. So then we go into the courthouse and we go into a courtroom. And I'd never been in a courtroom before.
Okay.
And they look just like they do on Judge Judy.
Oh man, that's too
The
funny.
fucking like wood paneling everywhere.
Yeah.
Big old seal of state of California and all that stuff in there. And we're waiting because one girl isn't there yet. And I think she's like the county clerk or something like that. She's like, yeah, we can't start until everybody's here.
Oh my goodness.
And it's almost 12 o'clock. And 12 o'clock's lunchtime.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fucking girl. So like 25 minutes later, she shows up.
Oh.
And they're calling that other courthouse to say, hey, where's this girl at? Because the judge wants to start this shit now.
Yeah.
So she finally gets there. And the judge comes in and you can tell she's pissed.
Oh.
She's pissed. So she's starting this thing and they name 21 people to go like where the jurors sit, like, you know, for like the regular court case.
Yeah.
And they're going to go through them first to select people.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if one goes out, then one of us that are sitting in the audience,
The alternate.
fill in.
Yeah, you're an alternate.
Yeah. So they're going through and they're like, okay, does anybody have a hardship that can't do this trial because this trial is going to last for a month? And this time, it's not just like surgeries or whatever. It's not just for your sex change. It's for like, are you a full-time student?
Oh,
And they're excused. Are you the sole provider for your family, money-wise? Then you're excused.
okay.
So there's, or do you have like a medical reason? So like that old guy was saying that was doing tricks on the skateboard. So he got
Ollie. Oh,
double kickflips. And stuff. So he got excused because he's like, I have really bad arthritis and I take my pills like 4 times a day. So I'm going to be having to take these pills during the trial.
how did you do those tricks then?
Well, they're super pills, duh.
Oh yeah, sorry.
So
Nutbuster.
So he's like yeah, and like it's hard for me to sit for a long time because like his bones hurt or whatever.
Oh.
His boners hurt. So he got excused. This other girl, she's like I have my own court date for a restraining order that she's like getting on somebody.
Or she's getting.
Yeah, or she's getting. So she was excused because and it happened to be in the same courthouse too.
Really?
Yeah, and
So she didn't need to use that skateboard again. She just,
so the judge they gave her. They're like, just take it home. So the judge was just like, okay, yeah, go ahead, and you're excused. And a couple other people, because of people's having family surgeries or something like that.
Gotcha.
They got excused. So then it gets to that girl that was late.
Oh.
And the judge is like, all right, well, we're going to have to do this after lunch because it's lunchtime. And, dude, I swear, I think the judge was like getting to that girl on purpose just to do this. So she's like, okay, we'll be back here at 1:30. And it's like 12:10, 12:15.
Yeah.
She's like, we'll meet back here at 1:30. And remember, we can't start till everybody's here.
Oh.
So, like, she hella made an example out of that girl.
Yeah, yeah.
So, we get back. The same girl is late again.
Oh, my goodness.
She is like 15 minutes late. And the clerk, the county clerk is just waiting and waiting. And, like, she almost called her on her phone because, they have our phone numbers.
Yeah, yeah.
So, she almost called her, dude. She went back to the room where the judge was at. And that girl came in. And,
Oh, my goodness.
and, dude, this girl... Fuck, like, she looks like she'd be a girl that would just, like, piss you off. Like, I'm serious. Like, she looked like one of those, like, hipster-looking girls that you would see that just piss you off.
Oh, man.
So she goes in.
I don't know what that looks like.
Fuck, I'm trying to remember her name. She even had, like, a bitch name. I can't remember it. But anyway.
I'm not naming no names because if your name's on that list, well,
Yeah.
sorry.
It was something along like
Bitch name.
like Jenny Ann or something like that, like a 2-name thing, like a fucking Little House on the Prairie kind of name. So she comes in, and the judge comes in, and you can tell the judge is kind of like,
Yeah.
because she probably figured it was the same girl as it was.
Oh my god.
So then the girl says that she can't do it because she has 2 full-time jobs. And she is the sole provider for her apartment because it's just her and her sister.
Okay.
So she got excused, which I bet you she would have got excused anyway because she was late.
Yeah.
Like the lawyers there probably would have been like, "Fuck her."
Yeah.
We're trying to get rid of this fucking trial, and this girl's late as shit.
Right. Right.
So then, a couple other people go, and then they get to us alternates or whatever, and I ended up not getting picked.
Okay.
So thank God I hear they're like, the judge is like, okay, well, I'm gonna start excusing these people, you, and I happen to be, because my last name was with an S, so I'm way down on the alphabet. And I'm like, come on. They kept a couple alternates in case the people that got selected can't make it.
Mm-hmm.
So they kept a couple alternates. I'm not sure how many.
Yeah.
But I was like, God, I hope I'm not on there. God, I hope I'm not on there. So I got excused, and I'm like, yes. Freedom. So, and here's the crazy thing too: is when I'm leaving, the public library is like right across the street. Dude, I'd never seen so many bums at a library.
Oh man,
there are so many bums down there, and they're just hanging out. Like, honestly, dude, and people just walk right by them.
Yeah,
they don't even like. I think the bums know not to ask for money now, just because like the police station is like a block over.
Uh huh.
But honestly, dude, it was like you see a lot of two things downtown.
Oh God!
You see a lot of bums,
and
you see a lot of pigeons. So bums and pigeons are almost along the same level downtown because people walk right by them. They think they're in the way.
Yeah.
And there's just a lot of them.
That's crazy. I mean, I'm glad I've seen pigeons and I've seen bums, but I've never seen a pigeon bum before.
Those pigeon bums, dude. Oh my God, they are so scraggly.
Oh man, you want to talk? They shit all over you and themselves.
They sure do.
Oh, damn pigeon bums.
You ever been to jury duty?
Oh, I was just about to bring that up. And I don't know if I should say this.
Oh.
Because I've never been to jury duty and I've never been summoned.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, because they take out of the voter registration and the DMV.
Yep. I'm in both.
But they got me for 3 years.
I've done it. I have the selected service thing or whatever you have to fill out when you turn 18.
Yeah.
I did that. I don't know. I honestly don't know what it is that I just don't get picked.
You're fucking lucky.
I know I'm lucky. Trust me. I hear about this all the time.
Dude, I was like, I need to unregister to vote or something, dude, because that's how they're probably doing my shit.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, everybody has a civil duty or privilege, whatever they want to call it, whatever the government tells you to say what it is.
They want you to believe it.
Yeah. So whatever they want you to believe, and that's what it is. But I've never been summoned, and I'm that's probably the weirdest part is that I've never even got anything that says you have to go to jury duty. I've seen the envelopes before, and they're usually either pink or yellow or something like that, and it's as soon as you get it, you're like, fuck!
You know, before even opening the envelope,
yes.
You're like, I know exactly what this fucking
There was so many times where when I was living with my parents, oh my God, my dad would get summoned all the time, and I would see it come in the mail, and I'm like, no, and I look at the name, yes, and then I'd give it to my dad and walk away. You just hear, shit.
you just hear him way in the background.
His thing was to say shit and throw stuff on the ground at the same time. He still does it. So if you hear him next time, or whenever the next time you see him and you ever hear him say it, you're gonna die because it's the funniest thing ever.
I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna go to him. Hey, what's up, Dingleberry? Call back. But yeah, dude. Jury duty's something else.
Oh.
But it's kind of cool though, because you don't really go downtown a lot. You know, nobody really goes downtown unless they go to jury duty or
jail.
Jail, or unless they work down there. So for people like us that don't go down there too often, it's kind of a cool trip.
Right.
Because you see bums and pigeons and
pigeon bums, and the old people doing tricks on skateboards.
Yeah, I mean, where else are you gonna see an old guy doing a trick on skateboard?
I don't know. Tony Hawk, pro skater, maybe.
Yeah, but they haven't made one of those in a while.
I even heard that they made a new trick called the Viagra.
Yeah, get your dick super hard. But yeah, man, it's crazy. So, well, I think we should wind down here. I think it's been a pretty good show. What do you think?
Oh man, it's been super fun, and honestly, at the beginning, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of looking at the time, and I'm thinking, how are we gonna fill up the rest of this time as we're telling stories? But then you look back again, and you're already pretty much done with the podcast. Yeah. Hour flies by.
It does.
And yeah, it was super cool. I'm glad we finally did this after all the audio problems that we've had, after all the scheduling issues that we've had, after
all the diarrhea we've had
that he's had. I haven't had diarrhea in 7 years. No, I'm just kidding. I haven't had. I don't know. I don't remember the last time I had diarrhea. But
you know what? You just curse yourself because now you're gonna get someone to jury duty. And the day you go to jury duty, you're gonna have diarrhea.
If that happens.
Then I am fucking Nostradamus.
I don't know.
Yeah, man, this has been real fun. We hope all you people out there really enjoy it. We hope all you peoples. We hope that you tell your friends, your family, listen in. Chris, where can they find you on Twitter and all the good stuff?
Well, you can find me on Twitter at twitter.com. I almost said Twitch again. Twitter.com / The Xekutioner. THE for the, if you don't know how to spell the. And Xekutioner spelled XEKutioner. The Xekutioner. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, you can as well. The THE_Herbolutioner, HERB Lutioner.
He's got a theme of Ootioners.
Ootioners in there. Lutioners, Ootioners, and Pootioners. What about you, Jack? What about you? Where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Sal Sanchez. BSALSANCH. Easy. Pretty easy for me.
I feel like I've been working on that for a little bit. But at the same time, you can also find the Good Times Podcast at twitter.com / Good Times Podcast.
Yeah. And we'll have updates on there of where you can find it. You know, we'll try to throw it on some other platforms, YouTube or SoundCloud or somewhere. And then we can start getting you to listen to it there, and it will make it easier for you guys to listen to.
That is for sure. So I don't have anything further. I think this was once again super fun. I'm glad for anybody, happy for anybody that's listening to us, and I hope that you really enjoyed it.
Yep, me too. And this is it, folks, and this has been
Good Times.
Music in tonight. Turn on the music. Music of your life. We're right back.